Okay, the time is up. So before we go further, okay, thumbs up. So let's just stop working on that. And I want to open question and answer for the yesterday materials and the homework. Is there anything that you
Sorry,
want to ask?
still I want to ask. I'm
Yes, please.
confused how to simplify like the square root and how to like divide.
Okay, actually, that's the objective of today's lesson, one of the objective. So let's save it for later. Okay. Any other question?
Mister, for the solution, may we just like follow what you did in the video, like x1 equals to something and something, or should we write it in like the solution set thingy?
So here's the thing. Okay, I want you to. That's a good question. So I want you to really understand when we use a solution set. In this section, on the first section, the objective is finding all possible values to replace x to make the equation satisfy as a true set statement. So actually, this is a chapter 1 question. If you can recall back, chapter 1, we are solving for x. So there is no y there. So actually, all of that in that section, there is no y. It means we are not finding the y or x-intercept. We are just finding the values of x. That's why we use solution set. Since we have a bucket, and then you try to plunge all of the possible values of x that can make it true. You get the idea? So if you use, uh, for example, 7,0, that will make a confusion. I mean, why it's 0? We never talk about why on this section, number 2 until what? Number 2 until number 20, I think, right? So it's just, there is no y there, only x. That's why we use solution set, solve for x. You get what I mean? So when you use 2.0, 2,0, it means that you are saying that the value of y equals 0. Where we have that kind of statement, there is no statement from there. So that's why that is a good question, and I want you to really make a difference. Why, when you use all the complete statement, it is when I ask you about the coordinate. So where is the x-intercept? Now you give me the coordinate. But if you are asked to solve for x, you give the solution set. Is that answering your question, Dia? Okay,
Okay, Mister, thank you.
welcome. That's why for this homework, number 2 until 20, you have to use the solution set. For number 22 until 30, you only have to find the discriminant, and then you mention which case from 4 on my video that the quadratic has, right? So whether they have 2 rational values of x-intercept, or 2 imaginary values, or 2 irrational numbers, or only 1 rational number. So yeah, that's the point. That's for number 22 until 30. You don't have to find the value of the x-intercept. Okay. So, and number 32 until 44, keep in mind it's sketching. It means you need to find at least first the objective, find the vertex, find the x-intercept, find the y-intercept. So everything combined here. The vertex skill, the x-intercept, and the y-intercept. So you can do it in one page, the all calculation, and save the graph on one whole page also. So the other page for the graphing, you just need to sketch by connecting the vertex, x-intercept, and y-intercept. Mister, should I add another pairs? It's up to you. It's not mandatory. If you want to connect all of this and you just conclude the parabola, that's fine. The objective is this. When you try to connect all of the x-intercept, y-intercept, and vertex, and then you can get that actually it doesn't shape a parabola, it means your calculation is incorrect. there's something wrong with your calculation. When you try to connect those, that's the objective. Okay, so yeah, I hope that you get what's being expected from your homework. So number 32 until 44 is sketching. It means you can use the scale as best as you can, as long as you connect the dots of the vertex, x-intercept, y-intercept. And Mr., how about if the vertex or the x-intercept are radicals? It means you need to find the decimals, since we cannot plot the radicals, right? So you need to approximate what is the decimal, and then just approximate the position. Is there any question about the homework? You're good? Okay. I still wait for other, I will give a minute for other questions regarding the yesterday material, x-intercept. Before.
Mr.
Yes, Tricia.
I want to clarify about the quadratic formula. So when we do the homework, should we like separate it into like x1 with the positive symbol and x2 with the negative symbol?
Okay, not mandatory. I know it's not mandatory, but the thing is sometimes you just forget there are two different values. Sometimes because you are stick with the formula plus minus, you're just forgetting you are presenting two different values. That's why I separate it. I try to recall you. I will try to remind you. So it's not mandatory. But the final answer, you cannot use plus minus. Okay, the final answer, x1 is what plus what, x2 is what plus what minus what. I want that. I want you to practice that.
Okay. Thank you, Mr.
Mister, if it's between number 20 until 20, number 2 until 20, and there's the one that's imaginary number, then just write there's no real x-intercept.
Yeah, for this homework, yes. Since I will save the imaginary after this section. Yeah. So you can go directly, no x-intercept, no real value. Yeah. Okay. Any other question? Okay. Good. So, let me go to the chat. Okay. So hopefully the recording will help you. So now, let us go back to your work. First, I want to ask Justin, what is your answer for number 1?
My answer is for x minus 8 in parentheses.
For x minus 8?
8.
And then?
Times x plus 7.
Okay. Do we have other answer different to Justin? Please, any other?
I got
okay.
Mine, the x plus 7 is the same, but the first one is x minus 2.
That's all. Okay. So we have this and we have this. Narumi?
Mine is 4 terus parenthesis di belakangnya x plus 7 and x minus 2 times x minus 2.
Okay. Wow, we have 3 different answers here. Good. I'm expecting this. Okay. Any other answer? Oh, 4x plus 7. Emily is the same with Narumi. Okay. Any other?
Gak apa-apa.
Udah?
Gak apa sih, 3 itu sebenarnya sih technically korek sih, tapi tinggal di.
Okay, so let me explain. The expected final answer is this. Since we have to factor completely, that's what Ben asked, but I don't want to answer that. for Justin's answer, we still can factor 4 from the first one. We can get 4 out of the first factor, right? And then after you get, not get rid of it, but when you factor 4, the statement becomes 4 times x minus 2 times x plus 7. So it's the same with the last final statement. That is one. And I'm glad Kenisha bring this up. So my question is, this happens because you divide all by 4. The thing is, my question, if I give you, I hope you can answer this. If I give you 8, Kenisha, and if I give you 1, are they are the same? Are you sure? 8 and 1. They are different, right? Okay. But again, how if I give you the statement? Actually, it's the same because I divide 8 by 8. So I get 1. So it's the same with this. You cannot say that, right? You cannot change the value. They will be entirely different. It's the same with this. So the expression is 4x squared plus 20x minus 56. If you divide this by 4,
I think I have a way to do it faster.
you have changed the value. It's just like you change 8 into 1 all of a sudden. Okay, so that is not acceptable. Okay, so what is acceptable, Mister? So usually let me just clear it because you have already presented. So for example, y equals 2x squared plus 2x plus 2. There is a big temptation that, oh, I will simplify it. It becomes x squared plus x plus 1. Now, this is a mistake because you are not being fair. You divide all by 2, but only the right member, not the left member. So what we are doing now is we are doing the same thing on the left and the right, but that is acceptable. When we have equation, as long as you do the same on the left and on the right, that is acceptable. So it will be y over 2. Now that is correct. But if we have only an expression like this one, you cannot divide it or multiply it. Okay, so it's changing the value. I hope this is clear. Okay. Okay, so thank you for this. I'm really glad we can discuss this. And number 2 now, number 2, I will ask Narumi, what is your answer?
6x minus 1 times x minus 4.
X minus 4. Really? Really? 6x minus 1 times x minus 4.
Bentar, Mister. Salah.
Okay. But that is your answer, right? Ya udah nggak apa-apa lah. Bisa cek, bisa terima aja. Oke. Tiffany, what is your answer? Nadia 3x plus okay. So we have 3x minus 2, 2x minus 3. Okay, any other answer? Who is different? Please don't hesitate. I know if you have a think that I think it's wrong, it's okay. I just okay, please. No other. Before you, Narumi.
Yeah,
Okay,
Mister.
good, Kerisha, that's right. I think Narumi, I want to ask you, what is the method that you use? What for factoring this?
Tulis soal, Mister.
Tulis soal.
Itu apa, Miss? Itu nomornya salah tadi.
Yeah. What is the method that you use to factor this kind of question, this kind of polynomials? We have the variation of methods, right? What did you?
Tadinya pas di recheck, Nana sih divide everything by 6 dulu.
Oh, oh, I see. Okay, and then, like that. So what then? Of course, you cannot divide. You can factor 6 out, but you cannot divide, right? Just like we have already discussed before. And then, okay, let me ask then, Nadia, what method did you use, Nadia?
Uh, the video that you shared.
Which
So,
one?
no, oh wait, for the number two, right?
The cross or the splitting middle terms? Yeah, number 2.
I don't know. It's the video from the nerd study.
Oh, the next one. So please guide us.
So first we multiply the A and C, like 6 times 6 equals to 36.
36.
And then we
Okay.
find factors of 36 that will like total into the value of B, which is negative 13.
Negative 13. So what? So
Yeah,
if you multiply it, it becomes 36, the product. If you add it,
it
it
becomes
equals to
negative
negative 13.
13.
So what is the pair?
So it's 6 and negative 9.
6 and negative 9.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Basically, it's 6 and 9.
6 and 9. Yeah. Really? 6 and 9?
Wait.
I, I think it's negative 6 and negative 9.
Iya, itu maksudnya. Oh iya, benar-benar.
Okay?
Saya lupa tulis.
Yeah. So what you do is 6x squared, and then you divide it, right? So it is negative
Minus
6x
6x minus
minus
9
9x
plus
plus
6.
6. So this is, if you total it, it is still negative 13. So you don't change the value. You just splitting. You just splitting, and then in the end, you are pairing the first two pairs, and you are pairing the
Bisa,
last two pairs, right?
maksudnya 4. Saya salah ngomong. Saya salah baca ini. The pairs are negative 6 and negative 4. Wait, negative 9 and negative 4.
Oh, okay. Oke. Ya, bisa juga.
So it becomes 6x squared minus 9x minus 4x plus 6.
Okay, this or you try to change. Okay, now let me.
Gak, Mister, tadi saya salah baca tulisan saya.
It's okay. It's okay. So like this.
Iya, benar.
Okay, good. So let me just help you then, and then I try to factor the first two pair. It 3. I factor 3 outside of the first two pair, so it is 2x, 3x, sorry, 3x, 2x minus 3.
Okay.
And then for this one, I extract negative 2. So it is 2x minus 3 also. So in the end, you factor everything. It becomes 3x minus 2 multiplied by 2x minus 3. Yeah, that is a good application of the net one. So yeah, actually, we use that skill on chapter 9. But if you want to use the cross, for those who use the cross or use other methods, it's fine. I'm just checking. Okay. Yeah, any question about Kanisa's answer? This one is also correct. But the thing is, we don't like fraction, right? So if we have this, let's make it this one. But of course, if you present this as your final answer, it's not wrong. It's still correct. Okay, so it's still correct. Any question so far? Number 1 and number 2. Very good. So here's the main thing now. I want to number 3. Number 3 is Krisha. What is your answer?
I got 10 and negative 5.
And you can make a good habit like this one, okay? Of course, if you are asked about the x intercept, yeah. Okay, good. If there anyone who has different answer or want to ask this? Krisha, can I ask you which method that you use? Did you factor it or did you use the quadratic formula?
I factor it.
So what is the factor?
X minus 10 and x plus 5 or
Thank
0.
you. Okay, good. So in the end, that is the answer. Okay, number 4, Edo. What is your answer?
Number 4, mister.
Yes.
I'm still counting.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
My brain
Okay.
is slow, mister.
Okay, it's okay. Brian, what is the answer?
Saya belum selesai, Mister. Pusing, dapat lupa.
Aduh, okay. Jocelyn,
For x1, I got -1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2.
square root of
15 Aaron.
15
Divided
by
2.
and the second x.
-1 minus square root of 15 divided by 2.
Okay, and this is a correct one. So let me just try to erase this one. Okay. Any other who has different answer? I have already said it is correct one. Oh yeah. Well, let's just okay. So of course, number 4, you cannot use factoring. It cannot be factored. That's why we use the quadratic formula. Don't forget that the quadratic formula will be, and this is answering Cliff question, okay? So the quadratic formula is negative b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a, right? And we know that the a equals 2, the b equals 2, and the c equals -7. So just replace it. X1 equals -2 plus square root of 2 square minus 4 times 2 times -7, right? Over 2 times 2. In the end, we find that x1 equals -2 plus square root of 60 over 4. Now I will answer Cliff's question. How to simplify the radical? First, square root of 60, you need to present all the factors, all of the least factors. So 60 actually is 6 times 10, right? By using the factor 3. And then 6 is 2 times 3, 10 is 2 times 5. So actually it is 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. So 2 square can be get rid of the inside the square root. So it is 2 square root of 15. So we can simplify square root of 60 into 2 square root of 15. That's how you simplify it. Okay. So it is equals to -2 plus 2 square root of 15 over 4. And this is still not the simplest one. I want you to be careful. You still can simplify it. Okay. How? First, I want to factor this. Okay, I want to get rid 2. So I will not get rid. I keep saying that. So 2 from the numerator. So actually, let me exclude 2. So 2 times -1 plus square root of 15, right? Over 4. So this one can be canceled. That's why the final answer is what Jocelyn gave us, -1 plus square root of 15 over 2. Any question? Let me see. No, that's not. Okay, the other form is, maybe you are mistyped that. The other form is -half plus half of square root 15. Yeah, that's the other form. But I can accept both. Okay, you can separate the addition or fractions, or you can, and the other will be the same. Just use the subtraction. Okay, very good up until now. Okay, But the last part, the last one, Valencia.
I haven't
What is
finished.
your answer for number 5? Okay. Ronan, what is your answer?
For which one? So number 4.
Number 5.
Oh, for number 5. Actually, to be honest, I didn't have the chance to do it, but like I know how to do it.
Okay. So, okay, Kathleen.
There are no x-intercepts because they're imaginary.
Okay, have you searched or calculated the D? The discriminant?
I tried to do it with the quadratic formula, and the D is -5.
Okay. Okay. Any other answer different than -5?
Sorry, Mr. -20.
Okay, -20, yes. Okay, so yeah, it's safe for you to check the D first, and then whenever you get negative, there is no x-intercept or the real one, real numbers. But after imaginary numbers, you will have to find the exact value in imaginary numbers. So let me just write down here again. Let me just use the last 6 minutes, okay, for you to now on your paper, number 3 and number 4, find x1 plus x2, x1 times x2, both. You have already had the numbers, right? So the x1, for example, number 3 is 10, x2 is -5. So now, and then number 4, x1 is -1 plus square root of 15 over 2, and x2 is -1 minus square root of 15 over 2, right? So I want you now quickly add both and multiply both. What is the sum and what is the product? And of course, we will get the feeling that multiply will be harder than addition. Okay, I think for number 3, Valen, since Valen, please number 3. What is x1 plus x2? Valen?
-5.
Hello, hello. Like, excuse me?
-5.
So x1 is 10 minus 5. 10 minus 5 is 5, I think, right? 5. Okay. And the last part, x1 times x2. Valen?
-50.
-50. Okay. Okay, so who has already had number 4, x1 plus x2?
Is it -1, Mr.?
-1. Okay, so good. Not necessary. Nadia, I'm answering Nadia's. Okay. So who has already had the multiplication? X1 times X2.
Is it 1 minus square root of 15 square divided by 5?
No, the square root is supposed to be gone. The square root is supposed to be eliminated.
-4.
No.
-7/2.
Yes.
Saya dapat itu.
Okay. Yeah, -7/2. So in the end, I will, if I have time, in the end, I will explain it. But in the end, you will have. That's why you have the formula. X1 times X2 actually is C over A. Look, X1 times X2 is C over A. That's why it's -50. This one is C over A, -7/2. And then X1 plus X2 equals -B over A. That's why for number 3, negative B is negative of -5 over 1. So it is 5. And for number 4, it is -1. Since the B is 2 and the A is 2. So -2 over 2, -1. So actually, that's that is the formula. If and you know what is the objective formula. Actually, the formula is the sum of the roots and the multiplication of the roots. Okay, that's actually the material for today. These only two formula which you will be familiar with whenever you deal with the quadratic function. The product of its sum, or the product of its roots will be C over A, and the sum of its roots will be -B over A. And you have already proven with your work. Okay, so any questions so far? I think I will discuss quickly about the multiplication on Monday. Okay, if you are still don't get it, how the multiplication of the X1 and X2 becomes -7/2. Let's discuss on Monday. Okay. So yeah, thank you for your time. Let's okay, you can be dismissed.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mr. Have a great
Hello,
day.
sir.
Welcome.
Mr.
Thank you, Mr.
God bless you.